Hi everyone, this is Yash here from Shardeum Foundation, and I welcome you to another episode of dApp Library. This is the 13th episode of dApp Library. We have already showcased 12 dApps being built on Shardeum in the past, and today's guests are the team ChaiDEX. So it's a V3 DEX on Shardeum, and yeah, I think Nitesh is here. And hi Nitesh, how are you doing, and how's the weather at your place?
Hi, yes, I'm doing good. So, I'm right now in Mumbai, at my place, at my home. And yeah, it's very hot in afternoon, but pleasant in the evening. So,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's why I wanted to ask you because it's getting hot here as well, and yeah. So by the way, just want to know how many people are here from ChaiDEX right now, along with you, Nitesh.
I think we have Pramoda,
Mm-hmm.
who's the product owner. I can see Kritin over here. Kritin is our lead dev at ChaiDEX. So he'll be taking us through a bit of technicalities whenever, as and when required. And I am also seeing a couple of them. I think it's Sudeep Kamath, again our very brilliant smart contract and API developer. And there may be many, there may be just a couple of more, which I think they are under some different anonyms.
Yeah.
So yes.
I mean, they're like the anonyms are pretty popular in the Web3 culture, so it's okay. So
Yes.
yeah. So moving forward, so like let's go back and talk about ChaiDEX. So
Hmm.
can you guys give us an introduction about what ChaiDEX exactly is?
So, I mean, begin with, ChaiDEX is a version 3. That's what we
Hmm.
call V3 DEX.
Yeah.
It's a hybrid DEX, a P2P DEX, intended to solve, multi-chain problems. And it is meant to avoid any sort of bridging or bridging solutions or any sort of wrapping tokens. So
Yeah.
we deal from directly one protocol to another protocol. Currently, we are enabling all the EVM based chains, and also one non EVM based chain that we have tried and successfully implemented is that is Tron, and soon we'll be integrating with other chains as well.
Yeah. So making it more simpler for users to use.
Yes.
Yeah. So
Basically making it very simple for users to transfer assets from one chain to another chain without use of any wrap tokens or any bridging solutions.
yeah, that's interesting. That is something I think which people need. And
Yes, exactly.
yeah, so one more question that I have, and this is something I really want to know, is the story behind ChaiDEX, and most importantly, why the name ChaiDEX. So for those who don't, I mean, there are people joining in from other countries and like
Yeah.
multiple countries here. So for those who don't, chai means tea and in India. So that's there. So yeah, I think Nitesh, you can tell us and take us through why
Yeah.
ChaiDEX and yeah, what's the story behind it?
Uh, basically, the idea arose from one of our co-founders, Mr. Jaideep. So he is a very avid trader, and he very much understands the niche of what's happening in the trading market. And I was in touch with him since quite some time, and we were discussing the possibilities of how can we solve this problem where people can actually own their own assets and not be dependent on the centralized exchange, and but still try to avoid this bridging solutions, because many of us have used bridging solutions. The overall experience plus the kind of commissions and the kind of security isn't great over there as well. So even that wasn't a good solution, so we started working on it, and this is how we came together. Then we kind of met a very brilliant group of developers, and and that was it. Like, the idea kind of infected all of us. People, whoever is with us, currently we are eight people in total in the team, and all of them got on board, and we started developing it from this very own idea that we have to develop something that gives people back their ownership of their assets, and not and basically give them a very good alternative to a centralized exchange.
Makes sense, makes
So
sense.
yeah.
Yeah. Somebody saying in the chat that you got this idea while making tea. So,
I mean, okay, yeah. So coming to your next question and also
yeah.
answering the question of this person. Actually, when we saw that quite a lot of dexes were named, from some sort of food. Like you have sushi swap, you have pancake, you have ice cream swap. So you have quite a lot of swaps, and since we all are Indian, like all of us are basically from India, the team. So we thought, why not like give it a Indian name? And chai tea is very famous with us Indians, I believe. So
Yeah.
and it was a no-brainer, and it was a pretty catchy name. So yes, we all came up with this idea. It was a really cool one, by the way.
Most popular beverage out here in India.
Yeah, yeah, very popular, and also I think in Southeastern Asia, people do understand. Tea. Tea is quite a culture here.
Yeah, makes sense. That's that's a pretty interesting story to like hear.
Yeah,
Now, so moving forward, it has been some time that you guys have deployed on Shardium, and you have
yeah,
so you have partnered with Shardium. So
yeah.
how has the response been from the community when it comes to if I just talk about the
Mhm.
Shardium community?
Yeah, yeah. So I mean, to be frank, and not because it's Shardium's AMA. That's why I'm telling this. But the overall experience has been nothing less than fantastic for us. The very reason being, people that are connected from Shardium team, like, and this, by the way, is very true in our case at least, is that, we got in touch with somebody from Shardium. We pitched our idea. They liked our idea, and the very next day we were on board with them. Like, we were actually entering a partnership. Like, this is how swift and how fast people in Shardium react. Plus, as I can see, the whole Web3, you talk about blockchain, metaverse, NFT, or any tokens or anything that is in Web3, it's a very community centric. It's a very very community centric area, and to be frank, I've been very comfortable in this. I personally, and plus my whole team will agree to it. I'm pretty sure that we have been very comfortable with interacting with Shardim's community actually, and it really feels that everybody has come here for a purpose, and everybody is doing really great. And the responses, for whatever reason, like we needed some community support, they got in touch with you, and you have been really great. You've been replying to us really smoothly and efficiently. So I mean, it's nothing less than fantastic. And it's not because we are in an AMA, but trust me, the community efforts that Shardium is taking is A class.
That's great to hear, and so since we are talking about the community responses, would also want to know, are there any strategies, any plans in place that you guys are following to grow more?
So basically, yes, definitely we have just started, and we are a startup, and there is a huge room for development. There's a huge room to growth. But having said that, we are as I said, like, our main purpose is to be one of the best alternatives out there for a centralized exchange.
Yeah.
And since this Shardium has already taken care of, let's say, scalability, so we would love to take care of the interoperability of at least the crypto assets of throughout the Web3 ecosphere out there. So yes, I mean, there are a few things that the community should actually look forward to after we announce our test launch, and after we go mainnet. And once we go mainnet, then there'll be quite a lot of I would say developments that are yet to happen. And we would love to have more community on our side as well, because as we said, that even we are a decentralized exchange, and everything that is decentralized in nature ultimately has a very strong, and needs to have a very strong community behind it for a great feedback, for a great development. So yeah, this is something we are actually building right now, and yeah, we'll be building for some time.
Definitely excited to see the progresses that you guys have and the updates that you have. But so again, coming to this question, where I would like to ask you, is there anything exciting that community should look forward to when when we talk about ChaiDEX?
Actually, there is. I mean,
Yeah.
as I said, like currently we are, we are active, and the day we launch from day one itself, we are very active on all the EVM chains and one non-EVM chain, that is Tron. The next thing the community should look out for is Bitcoin. Like, we are going to integrate Bitcoin without actually, with keeping this very same principle intact. And with the help of the community itself, definitely, anybody who thinks that our idea is, resonating with what, what they were thinking or what they are trying to develop. So I would love to have them on board, and, we'd like to discuss and stuff like that. But yes, we can look forward for, the integration of Bitcoin, and also the integration with non-EVM based chains, some WASM chains out there. So this is something I think the community can, really look forward to actually.
So you basically don't have to use any centralized exchanges in order to buy Bitcoins. Now
Not
you
at
just
all.
head over
Not at all.
to,
Not
yeah.
now. Yes.
So I have also read that you guys have a stable coin which is pegged to INR. So can you tell us more about that, because I literally have no clue and I would really like to know what's that.
Yeah. So basically, the thing is, the overall system that we have built is to make sure that the transfer of assets or the value of assets happen straight away from one protocol to another protocol. Okay, so INR basically, for some reason, INR is the central token that will hold that particular value for a temporary amount of time while transferring from one asset to another asset. And since the choice of token could not have been, any volatile token, so we thought of, having, let's say, a stable currency.
Yeah.
But again, the stable currency needs to, needs to target a certain amount of market. So initially, as I said, the India and Indian subcontinent people we are targeting, and so that's one of the reasons why we came up with, INR based stable currencies. And there's quite a lot of, verdict out there in the market that, the ecosystem of Web3 needs to grow with a lot of stable currencies and not just USDs. USDs are pretty great, they're used widely, but the overall ecosystem needs to grow, having quite a multiple this stable currencies out there.
Makes sense.
And
Makes sense.
yeah,
Sorry.
and our INR, and we have derived the value of INR, and the value is again going to be always 1:1. And for people who are, very much worried about, no, it's not at all an algorithmic coin, so you don't have to worry. And the pegging is done in a very right manner, and we'll be releasing its white paper pretty soon. So yeah, that is another thing for the community to look forward to actually.
Yeah, definitely. I also believe, so since you talked about, targeting a specific country and like having a stable coin just for people based out of India, this is something I also feel that moving forward we will see more dApps coming in just targeting countries or states or cities and these kind of things. So I also feel that like as we grow, yeah.
To be frank, I mean, the product itself is a global product.
Yeah.
Like, I do not really want to boil it down. But our initial target market, we thought that India and Indian subcontinent, not just India. Like INR is heavily traded, not just in India. I mean, around India, some people from some Middle East also do it, and we have other countries from our neighboring countries that are very much bullish on our country, our currency right now. So we've taken all these things into consideration, and since we had to come up with some sort of stable currency, so we chose why not INR. Like, people understand INR, it won't be difficult for them to keep calculating or keep dividing or multiplying in their mind. Plus, the highest amount of trade happens in INR and the other stable, that is USD stable, USDT. The overall, like 60 to 70% of the trade happens in these two currencies only. So why not? Let's do it.
Not just this, I recently saw a report where I saw that I think India has the most number of crypto users. So it's a
by
good
volume
way to,
we do.
Exactly.
By volume we do. That's true.
And it's a good way to target, like it's a good market to target. So yeah, so I think we've talked enough about we've done enough talking. Let's go and have some demo and see if you can just take us through the ChaiDEX's platform. What do you guys have in store for us? So yeah, that would be great.
Yeah, so I would like to introduce Kritin over here, who will actually take us through the platform, as he's one of our lead developers and has his ways around the product in a really great manner. So, yes, over to you, Kritin, whenever you're ready.
Yes, Kritin, I can see your screen. You can take us through the
Can see
platform.
my screen right now.
Yes, sir, we can.
Okay. Yeah, so this is what our web page currently looks like. So right now, there are multiple sections. One is the first one is the exchange, where you can get INRC for stable currencies and non-stable currencies, right? And then there is a P2P section where the actual marketplaces, and you guys can come over here and do all the trades. And this stake is for stakers who basically want to stake their crypto for getting some returns. So right now we are currently supporting our own wallet called the Chai wallet. Along with that, we have Web3 Connect, right? So I'll just connect my ChaiDEX wallet, Chai wallet. Okay, so yeah, I'll be connecting it. As soon as I connect it, right, you can go and see all the your balances and all those stuff, right? So currently, once this is done, I'll actually show the P2P section, and this is pretty much interesting. So what happens is that right now we don't have any trades. It's private right now. So you can if you don't have any trades and stuff, you can actually come over here, and let's say that you want to buy USDT, right, from Ethereum network. It is the original USDT which is on Ethereum, right? So you come over here and you just say you complete the step, and you'll say how much of USDT that you require, right? So you'll do that, and then if you want to say you want to let's say that currently one USDT is roughly around 82 INRC, 82 83 INRC, right? INR. So you put in how much INR you want to give per USDT, right? So equivalent INRC will be calculated, and as soon as that, you'll say minimum amount of INRC that you have to do per trade, and you complete the step. So once this is done, it asks you to reconfirm it, and once you create the offer, right? Okay, so I don't have any balance right now, so it's not popping up. But once you do, you'll be prompted to go through all the steps to basically stake. So to basically put your crypto into our contract, so that other people can come and follow our protocols to exchange. Then there comes again minting part. Again, let me go back to minting, where you can actually get INRC, right? So let's say I'm just putting some random number over here, right? So as soon as you do that, and it will show you, it should update over here, but again it's taking time, right? So once you click on exchange, it will again ask you to go through all the protocols over here, which I won't be doing right now, but you guys will be able to access that very soon, right? And then in there is staking, where you can create you stake few USDTs, or you can select whichever network that you want, and all the currencies that you want on that network, and then you click on again, you preview it, and then you again starting with staking, right? So yeah, once that is done, you have the profile page. In this profile page, again, if you have staked, if you have exchanged, or if you have gone through any of the trades, you'll be able to view that over here, right? So in the P2P section, okay, this is actually good. I have put some dummy data as of now for the presentation. right? So basically, let's say that you have created an offer, right? So you have, let's say that you have staked around 1000 USDT on Ethereum, and you are expecting 82,200 INRC on Bitget, right, which is our parent chain for INRC, right? And as soon as the created offer is done, and let's say that you have sold all the 1000 Ethereum, sorry, 1000 USDT on Ethereum, you'll be having a refund button. So in this refund button, you can withdraw the native, INRC on Bitcoin network. So yeah, that is how it happens. And once that is done, it will show you all the people who have gone through the trades and who it is. So yeah, and let's say that you have bought some of the uh, tokens, right? That will be reflected in this profile section of buy offer, and then again you can go over here and you can withdraw all the NRCs that has happened in the trade. Uh, yeah, so this is our product in a high level overview. We'll be launching soon so that you guys can have a live, you can test it out yourself to see what's happening and how it is happening. It's pretty interesting, by the way. So yeah.
So for the launch, people will have to follow ChaiDEX and know more about it. So that's there. But Kritin, it was a very well explained demonstration. Um, just a quick question here. So I saw there's this P2P trading system, right? Um,
Right, right.
so how,
Right.
not a techie, but I'm not a tech person, but
Okay.
how exactly does it works? Because like when you have a P2P transactions in a centralized exchange, they lock your
Hmm.
funds. There's somebody to see that the funds are locked. So how it happens here?
So basically, let me again take you from the beginning of the step. So basically, what happens in our P2P is we are connected to only a non-custodial wallet. We
Yeah.
have our own non-custodial wallet, as you saw.
Yeah.
That is Chai wallet. It's a multi-chain wallet, and you don't exactly have to follow the tedious procedure of keep on adding your all the test nets or main nets every now and then.
Yeah.
Once it on the ChaiDEX, you have all you have access to all the chains that we are building on. So that's point number one. Point number two, whenever there's a trade, for example, the trade, unless and until somebody accepts your offer. Okay, for example, you are the person who's selling something,
Yeah.
and you have simply put an offer out there. Okay, so once you have put an offer out there, it goes actually into an escrow account, which is again a smart contract escrow account. Okay, and somebody who accepts that offer, again his assets also come into the escrow account, and that is where the value of both the currencies or both the tokens are taken into consideration and then exchanged to their respective wallet. So at any given point of time, we do not hold custody of anything, anybody's any information or anybody's any what can I say token. So your tokens are always with you. Only when you get into a trade, your tokens get into an escrow, and from escrow to your wallet straight away.
Got it, got it. Thank you so much for that. And yeah, I think
Yeah.
that was a great explanation and a great demonstration. Let's go to a few
Thank you.
questions that I am seeing here. So,
One last thing, if I could
yeah.
add about this overall product.
Mm-hmm.
So there are there are like 3 to 4 components of this whole DEX, if I may say. So the very first thing is staking. Okay, as you can see, when you go to people who are coming to give value to INRC. Okay, so INRC is our stable currency. So
Yeah.
even that has to get some liquidity from somewhere. So staking is for liquidity providers. So if you have, let's say, some USD with you, USD stables with you, you go there, you stake, and that is where the value, and that is where people understand like this is amount of INRC that is available to be traded on the platform.
Yeah.
Then comes the exchange. Exchange is from INRC or from any other token. Like for example, you have ETH or you have SHM, and you want to convert to INRC straight away. You can still go and exchange for that particular day's current prices. Okay, so in real life, whatever the prices of one ETH to one INRC or one SHM to one INRC is, according to that you'll get INRC. And then you have third, that is P2P. that is the most that is the actual area where two peers to peers basically collaborate, they exchange and they agree on some amount, and they basically exchange. So there are a set of buyers, there are a set of sellers. Buyers sellers put their offers out and buyers purchase. And then we have our wallet, which is a non-custodial multi-chain wallet, which, as I said, is by the way pretty smooth. And also you don't have that tussle of basically keep on worrying about the RPCs or of the actual protocol. It's all already done for you guys. So yeah, this is something. These are the few components that I actually wanted to just remind all of you.
That's great. Um, I think, yeah, now most of the people who had a few questions here, can you like
Yeah.
just go through the questions once in the chat, and if you feel that there's
Uh,
something which needs to
Let
be
me see.
answered,
If like
yeah. If there's something that you can answer, it's good. Otherwise, like if you've
okay, yeah,
already.
sure. It's okay. How INRC peg is maintained. So basically, we will reveal more about it in our white papers. So don't worry. All of you guys will always be, taken into considerations. Currently, we are pegging it using USD stables. Okay. It's still on testnet. Yes, we are actually on testnet. And for you guys to be able to check everything on testnet, the announcement will be done very soon. Will there be any mixed pair pools? Yes, there will be, but currently there is, everything is paired to INRC as of now. Stablecoin, centralized or decentralized? Stablecoin is completely decentralized. I mean, at any given point of time, you'll be able to see how much liquidity is provided to the stablecoin and how much tokens can be minted. If there's no liquidity, you cannot mint. Everything is on smart contracts. So even if you wanted to, cheat the system and mint extra tokens, you cannot. That won't be possible. So yeah, made the idea while having chai. Thanks a lot, Donald Trump.
Awesome.
I hope we can have chai pretty soon someday.
Maybe you offer like 100 chai to
Yes.
your first 100 users, something like that. Just kidding.
For
So
sure.
yeah, so I
For
have this
sure. For
question.
sure.
I have this.
Just one last question. I think Devil World has some really good question. Pegging to USDC is like centralizing? No, not at all. I mean, everything is happening from crypto to crypto, as you can see. So at any given point of time, anybody who's basically pegging USDC into the system, it will automatically convert to the equivalent amount of INRCs, and we are over collateralizing it in order to maintain the gap. USDC is controlled. We do not care about USDC. We care about INRC. That's what we can do for now. USDC is not controlled. USDC is not controlled by us, not at all. It's kept in a liquidity pool always. It's always kept in a liquidity pool. Anybody can, and all these things are on smart contracts, so anybody can actually go and check it at any given point of time.
Great.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for answering all of the questions that we have.
Yeah.
One quick question that I have is about so like you guys just mentioned that as of now you are also testing, right? And you'll be
Yes,
releasing
yes.
super soon. So and even Shardeum is scheduled to be like Shardeum will also
Yeah.
have its mainnet super soon. So how excited and how prepared are you for the mainnet of Shardeum and launching ChaiDEX on?
Oh man, we cannot trust me. The whole team, we keep on checking all of your. We always keep checking like all the news related to Shardim, because we are very bullish when it comes to the Shardim's community or Shardim's testnet and mainnet. The integration is fairly simple, to be frank, and they have done a very brilliant job. And the tech team of Shardim is very high, very responsive. Like any problem with us, and they are with us on a call, or maybe they're guiding us. So I think we are very excited. In fact, we are making sure that we give a lot of love that we are receiving from Shardim as soon as possible by deploying it on their mainnet. As soon as they announce mainnet, we are on it.
So just when you mentioned news from Shardium, we have Shardium news here in the chat. They are like one stop news for Shardium. They've been contributing since Shardium was announced. So just a small shout out to them. And yeah, so one last question that I have for you guys. So as like everybody must be knowing here, and like, but again, just to remind you guys that Shardeum recently launched its beta net called Sphinx, where in this particular update, the nodes are open to run for everyone, so that anybody can run their own node. So, have you had a chance of running node on Shardeum?
Actually, currently, we are looking forward to actually run a node on Shardium, that is Sphinx. We'll download it, but now we haven't done it yet as of
Yeah.
now. But yes, sooner, I mean, very soon we are going to do that.
Great, great. Looking forward to see you guys running a node on
Yep,
Sphinx network.
definitely, definitely, for sure.
So that's great. I think, yeah, I have covered almost all the questions that I had, and it was super great that you guys are here. And thanks for being here, taking us through
Thanks a lot.
ChaiDEX. And I think community is super excited about you guys building on
Yeah.
Shardium, and we look forward to see all of the upcoming updates that you guys have. So
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. And for more questions, as I can see, there are quite a lot of questions that I could not answer in this very small period of time. Plus, there are quite a lot of things that are still, in development, and we are revealing it point by point. But there are quite a lot of things around the P2P, how to stake, how to download the wallet, and INRC questions. So we are definitely going to take all these questions one by one, and soon everybody will have almost every other information. And please stay tuned to us. Stay tuned to Shardim Network. They're doing a really wonderful job, and do follow us on Twitter and Telegram also.
yeah, I think Pramoda just shared the links. Maybe you
Yeah,
can just go there and ask all of the questions if you have any. So yeah, that's
perfect.
about it. Thank you so much to everybody who tuned in, and again a special thanks to ChaiDEX team for making this time. And yeah, that's about it. We'll see you on another episode of dApp Library next week. Till
Thanks a lot.
then, yeah, till then, have a great day. Bye bye, everyone.
Goodbye. Thank you.